Dave, have you got 10 minutes?
Yeah.
I need to steal I need to borrow a shopping trolley.
Springtime.
36 seconds in and not a word spoken. Shit, this breaks all the rules of YouTube. Remember, to have success on this platform, you've got to let the viewer know everything in the first 5 seconds, or even before they click on the video. What's that? Is that like as in negative time?
This is
Sam, stop throwing shade. I repeat, stop throwing shade. Okay, no, but seriously, this is a table of how many words are spoken in the first 30 seconds from videos from these creators. Mr. Beast, World's Most Dangerous Trap. 78. Next up, Brian Trahan with I Played 50 Years of Video Games. 106. Arak with I Tried Every Impossible Sport. 118. That's almost 4 words every second. And finally, we've got Riza. You won't believe this. Big Fat Zero. Can you see it? Do you see what's happening here?
Springtime. What a nice time of the year. Arguably my favorite time of the year. It's a time of renewal, a time of new beginnings.
I actually don't mind these jump cuts. The jump cuts are first helping keep that pace high, because next we have, number 1, a great transition, frankly.
It's also the time that my office.
And 2, 5 seconds of silence whilst we absorb the mess around her.
Is a mess.
We actually hold the shot until the pickup of the hat. That's 5 whole seconds. 5. There aren't many creators that actually have the balls to do that, okay?
And it's driving me insane.
The word insane with that music is great. We're really still setting up our story and, you know, setting up the problem that is this mess in her room. The strings and the word insane, that helps bring drama to it, because really the mess doesn't look that bad. But that's okay, you know, we're telling a story. Forget about it. Then, this next bit's good. Now, see how it's too hot. I'm too hot. I'm taking it off. Basically, each of these examples of how the room is a mess, like, fit really well with the soundtrack, and it's been edited like that on purpose. So obviously we hear the word insane, and then the sequence starts.
Insane.
Camera gear, mess.
Camera gear everywhere.
Hold on the shot. Mug.
My mug collection growing.
And you know what, these two are actually in the right order, because we might be, by this point, getting a little bit bored. So what does she do? She says,
At an alarming rate.
another little sentence, you know, another little thing to keep things moving.
These frames
Frames in the room. And then she says something about that, I can't remember.
on the ground for weeks.
And then over here, where the music kind of picks up,
So today I planned a good old spring cleaning.
so does Riza's flow. This is where she tells us that she has to be somewhere.
I actually need to be somewhere
And we're thinking, but where? In a couple hours, and she cannot be late.
in a couple hours and I cannot be late.
We see some crop-ins here too, which really help emphasize that point. Boom, Act 1 finished, the story is set. Will she finish sorting her room out in time?
Suddenly, the world I
Ah yes, we got a banger.
used to know, I see it differently. You woke me from a dream, now it's reality. Baby, baby, you are really hurting me.
There are some tracks that are just bangers, okay? And this is a banger. And you've got to use bangers whenever you can. And you know when you hear a banger, because it's like, damn, this slaps. This sequence is also exactly 1 verse of the song that's playing.
2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and new section.
There is actually a chance that this verse has been cut in half, but there's no way of knowing that. I actually go over how to do that in my course, which you can sign up to the next cohort in the link below. That's just, Get out of here, you capitalist pig.
My goal this year is to furnish my home office. Last year, I added these moldings to the wall.
She's taken out the singing voice out of the music here. You never want to be talking and have someone singing in the soundtrack at the same time. Clashes. This means that she must have the stems, which means she probably used Epidemic. Yep, definitely Epidemic.
And I painted the space, but I ended up getting rid of a lot of old furniture.
This room is like our set in the story, and talking about its history is bringing more context to the story, which is good. The rhythm here from an editing perspective is great. This whole section of her talking just then fits perfectly into the verse. So it's like, oh, do you know what? I could almost do another. I've done it. Remember, we started with the montage of Riza tidying her room. 8 bars with singing. Next, 12 bars of Riza talking to camera, no singing in the music. Thank you, Epidemic. Banger, see? And so we're back into another montage, which is really nice actually, because this section kind of breaks up these two montages. And on top of that, we're seeing our mugs from earlier being tidied. Our problem is being resolved. I just want to say quickly that being aware of that and like having an understanding of how music is structured and how that fits with a visual is really important, because you do subconsciously feel it, you feel that rhythm. And that is exactly what's happening here in this sequence. Educating yourself on that can be really, really valuable. Oh shit! We've got the Breaking Bad glass see-through shot. I'm sure it was done before that, before everyone starts, oh, that was done in 1961. Everything is inspired by something. But yeah, this is cool. The work put in to get that shot is noted. Now this bit with the messy cupboard room, I can almost guarantee in the edit, Riza wanted to have the light come on the beat and light go off at the end of that like bar. Now, without timing it and knowing this track you're gonna use before you shoot, that is impossible to do. Because you can't stretch or like squish your clip down. You could, but trust me, you don't wanna be doing that. She probably could have taken out a few frames when the doors open to get those light on, light off in line. It's subjective and it's a creative decision, you know? The visual and the music feel like one. And most importantly, it meshes. That's very David Byrne, isn't it? Okay, so our initial problem is now solved.
Feel so much better.
So what's gonna happen next?
And I'm also starving.
Straight away, once the first problem is solved, we're setting up the next hurdle in our story. I think at this point, she's probably thinking, we need to change the scenery. A supermarket, or in America, a grocery store. We've got like 8 different variations of shots in the supermarket. I'd say about 4 of which involve the trolley.
Okay, so shot number 1 is obviously mounted on the handlebar, which is quite slippy because it's kind of, you know, circular and round. This one is just chilling on his back, just face up, pretty simple. And then this shot, this is actually easy to mount because it's kind of, you can entangle it in the cage of the trolleys. I don't know if she would have tracked this shot like I am in that image.
Was it worth getting the trolley for that? The bottle is our linking product, right? She's bringing something from the supermarket into our already well-known home set. That's nice. It ties the 2 scenes together. Another one of them. Even though she did say she was hungry and not thirsty. I mean, what was she worried about? Like, what I think is katsu curry left over from lunch.
Since I am getting my life together today, I feel like my schedule has been all over the place. Going into the next month, I need to get organized. Videos in.
Okay, Riza, how that table
I'm gonna list out more immediate tasks.
doesn't drive you crazy. Look at that movement.
20 minutes.
Wait, what are the legs like? The leg, they're at perpendicular angles to the table. They're like that. That's the problem. You need some diagonals for support, you know? Fuck. This baby, sturdy. I built this baby myself.
Hey Siri, 20 minutes.
I didn't know you could do that. Hey Siri, 20 minutes. Boom. Oh, you learn something new all the time. Every day. Okay, the post-it notes is a vibe. The iMac is a vibe. Definitely got a nice key light. The scene is a vibe. Time lapse, slider motion, cool. I don't know if all those shots are doable in the 20 minutes that she set herself, but who's counting, you know? Like, to be honest, I wouldn't actually be surprised if when she's writing on this notepad, she actually isn't writing anything of any substance. It's just like, you know, for the shot. And that's actually why she like picked it up and tilted it away from camera. When you're making these sequences, you're not actually working. You're thinking about the shot, you're getting 5 seconds, you're getting up, you're moving the camera, getting another angle, doing another little bit of work. You know, you're doing that. You're actually thinking about making the film. You're not thinking about what you're doing. And that is the illusion that we're breaking there.
Oh gosh, I'm running late.
Okay, so we're into Act 3. How is our unanswered question about why she's in such a rush to tidy and do her tasks going to be answered? Okay, Riza, I'm gonna have to call you out on this. I'm sorry. The whole point that I do these breakdowns is so that I can show other creators on the platform the reality of what goes into making these films. I want to bring some real context to the production behind the videos, okay? Like for example, this is actually my second day shooting this video, but I'm wearing the same t-shirt to try and make it look like it's all in one day. So the whole of this final act, Riza rightly reinforces that she's running late and she's, you know, she's panicking because she's gonna be late. I totally understand why she's doing that. She's reinforcing that message. And we still don't know where there is, which is exciting. That's good. Where is she going? But
I have a message for the creators.
this was not filmed in a rush. Can you imagine setting all these shots up if you are genuinely in a rush?
I'm gonna get there on time.
Filming whilst driving, naughty naughty. Those shots were probably filmed on the way back with a responsible adult in the car, okay? So don't... My sister actually shouted at me for doing something similar yesterday.
I'm pissed off with you for that.
Allegedly. I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Oh my god.
I mean, with these shots, you'd actually have to set up the camera, run back around the corner, and then run forward again. And then do that multiple times. You're probably like doubling, if not tripling, your journey time. I mean, this is an interesting question actually for people watching. Like when I'm watching something like that, for some reason, I feel that the late narrative part isn't authentic because of the way it's shot. So I personally would have probably shot that all handheld. Even if I wasn't running late, or just like maybe, you know, placed down on a chair or something. It'd be interesting to know, but from the audience, is that, if you're a filmmaker, is that something you think about or feel when you're watching this? I feel like Philip DeFranco saying this. This is like, put it back on the audience. Or is it not? Is that in my head? I'm not sure. That'd be interesting to know. So let me know. Ding, 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 ding. The embrace on the beat. Although I don't quite get why you can't be late picking someone up from the airport. I would get it that you can't be late if you're flying, but obviously I'll ignore that detail. They're young, it's cute, you know? The main reason I chose one of Riza's films to break down in this video was because of exactly what I said at the start of this video. 0. The bravery to produce for yourself and not what the YouTube algorithm is telling you should do is something we should all strive for as content creators. I really don't mean to do dirty on other creators. Like everyone I've mentioned in this video does bring something unique to the platform. and works very, very hard for it. I just want to try and show people that there is another way. You know, there is another way that you can make this work that doesn't look like everything else you've seen. And isn't that good and exciting? Isn't that what we actually want to see? Something new.